Warriors are playing at Sacramento, 7 p.m. on Tuesday. If you're watching on YouTube, that's tomorrow. If you're listening to the podcast version, that's probably happening. Like if you're listening Tuesday later today. So really clear the schedule. Let's make sure that we show up on the TV screens and just really cheer our boys and hope we get handle business up there in Sacramento. They can light their beam another year, but not tomorrow. Let's make that happen. All right. So this past week they actually they mostly handled business. They lose the game to the Pelicans, but they did get wins at the Lakers, at Portland, and then at home against Utah to close out the season. They did finish off 10th as the 10th seed, and if they win on Tuesday, they will play the loser of the 7th and 8th seed game on Friday. So, and it turns out Gary Payton II will miss this game, and he will probably miss Friday's game if Friday's game is to happen for the Warriors. So that's how it lines up. He's the only player that's going to be missing, at least from the rotation. So, other than that, you got a full complement, and we're ready to roll, I think. The Warriors are playing a lot better than the Kings have. The Kings were securely in the top 6 a couple weeks ago, and they've fallen all the way down to the 9. So, if the season was 83 games long, I think the Warriors are hosting this game. So, just because the way the Kings were playing, they probably lose another one, and we'll see how they try to right the ship as we go on too. So.
Well, Sabonis's daddy is he's ready to go in Kevon Looney, so I'm ready for this game tomorrow, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the Warriors are just going to put it on them, dude. Sacramento just doesn't look right. It's at home. They've had a whole year to think about Game 7, but I still don't think it's going to be enough. I think the Warriors in the second half of the season have been one of the best teams in all of the NBA.
Especially on the road.
Especially on the road. So the Road Warriors are going to come out and play and shut down that beam. So
the Kings, I believe, they lost Malik Monk earlier this year too. That's kind of when the troubles really started.
Yep, big blow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. The regular season for the Warriors, we're very blessed in this last decade or so that the regular season is just a means to get to the playoffs when the season really truly matters. That's something a decade ago I never thought would be a thing as a Warriors fan, but it's amazing what happens when you have an owner who cares and then also is smart enough to put the right people in place to make the right decisions. And lightning strikes and then you capture it in a bottle. I don't know what other cliched phrases you want to use. What's your favorite one, Sam? You want to say it?
Championship DNA.
Championship DNA. Yeah.
The best.
Yeah, I got the patch. Oh, see, the cameras are a little they're flipped.
You know what this hat says?
Is messing with me.
This hat says it's a make or miss league.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Oh, so fun.
I just think the Warriors just match up really well with the Kings. It just seems like whatever the Kings want to do, the Warriors have historically been able to like neutralize that. I think Looney's going to be able to play where for the most part this year, Looney hasn't been able to play. Just some of these younger centers and teams that are able to get up and down the floor. Looney wasn't really playing, but I think he matches up well against the Sacramento Kings. I know you just alluded to, GP2 being out, but overall the Warriors are a better defensive team. I don't think Sacramento is going to be a team defensively that can really stop the Warriors. And it seems like Steph Curry always has a really great night against the Kings. And I expect the same. Obviously, as a Oakland A's fan, there's extra energy, but just basketballs to basketballs. I just think the Golden State Warriors are a better team. They're a better coach team. They got better players right now that play better in the system. The Sacramento Kings should have been taking a step forward, even with the absence of Malik Monk. And it just seems like they have regressed and they're not the same team that they were last year. But some of those wins last year were like were those games that it just seemed like the way the cookie broke went their way.
Yeah,
so
they've
like
sort of regressed back to
their way, right? So
yeah.
I just kind of think they're not as good as we thought. They're not horrible. They're right about where we expected them to be, I think, from last year.
Right.
I did want to point out one little fun fact, with the regular season has concluded, and Steph Curry was leading all of NBA in free throw percentage, and Klay Thompson was not eligible because he hadn't attempted 145 free throws until the last game of the season, where he went 5 for 5 and became the best free throw shooter in the league and took it from Steph Curry on the last game.
Oh, what a side plot, and that's something, I'm sure that's something in the locker room they love to like kind of jostle for a little bit amongst themselves. Two of the top shooters in the league still, more than a decade into this. So that's kind of fun. I want to talk real quick about the Pelicans and the Lakers. Obviously the winner of that matchup on Tuesday will be the 7 seed. The loser will play the winner of the Warriors and Kings, and they will host that game. So if the Warriors win, they'll have to either go to New Orleans or to LA to get the W.
I honestly think if we're gonna pick, a lesser of two evils, yeah, I know the Warriors blew out the Lakers like maybe a week and a half ago, but I still like my matchup chances against New Orleans than I do against the Lakers, to be totally honest.
Even though we just lost to New Orleans earlier this week.
I mean, 2 games they got their asses handed to them by New Orleans.
See, I was going to go the exact opposite way. The Warriors have no fear of playing down in LA. They win almost every time down there. It's pissing off Lakers fans.
And Anthony Davis is going to miss a game or 2.
Exactly where I want them to be is pissed off.
My fear, though, is that in a one-game situation, guy win it all. Say what you want about LeBron, but he just takes it to a different level when the cards are on the table there. So, and I don't know if New Orleans is proven enough to me in a playoff situation where one game wins it all type of deal. So,
well, I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter. You got to play whoever to get in there anyway. And if the Warriors want to see a home playoff game, they got to win these first 2 on the road. So
it's true.
And they've been, like we said, the road Warriors all season. They've been tremendous on the road. I think they're like 60. I don't even know what the percentage is on the road. They won like 65% of their road games, I think, this year.
Yeah, they're the best road team in the NBA.
Yeah.
So
that is not going to be an easy out for whoever is playing the Warriors, because whoever's playing the Warriors is going to have home court advantage. That you have locked that in by being the 10 seed going into the play-in tournament. There's nowhere to go but up.
I agree.
Just on the, I want to make a quick note on the Eastern Conference. The Sixers are hosting the Heat in the 7-8 matchup, and then the Bulls are hosting the Hawks in the 9-10 matchup on Wednesday. And that those games will they'll happen Wednesday, and then the winners will play on Friday. And so the Warriors games are going to be on TNT, and the Eastern Conference stuff will be on ESPN.
That means we got Van Gundy.
Yep.
Rough.
It is what it is.
Just mute it and put the radio on.
Yeah. Let the dulcet sounds of Tim Roy guide you home.